What's up troops, it's me TheTacticalBrit, and today we're here with another squad guide and we're looking at communication and coordination. And this is probably the most important guide in squad. This is the fundamental necessity of absolutely everything you are going to do in squad. Now, squad is a game entirely based on communicating and coordinating with your team to be the best you possibly can. And sometimes you might not feel that on public servers, you might see things are a bit quiet, but if you're playing squad, it is a necessity that you have a microphone, and it is a necessity that you play and interact with your teammates, because that's the way to win games, and of course enjoy the game to the most effectiveness that you can have. And you know, microphones are great because it means that you can discuss with your team tactics, what you're going to do and things like that, but it also means you can have a laugh. You know, squad has kind of had a community built around it due to some of the wacky and fun things that you can do as well. You know, whether it's running towards an objective at the start of the game and having a bit of a laugh together, or, you know, just delving into the community, finding some clans, finding some players to play with at a consistent basis. Squad can do that. It's a really good community. I personally have had the benefit of playing with 2 different clans, my current one being ZXD. You know, it's a great community, and communicating is definitely part of it. Even if you're a new player, don't be shy. If you come into this game, it's not something where people are going to slate you and say, oh, I don't know how to do this, so I should probably, you know, just try and figure it out. I shouldn't ask anybody. Ask people. If you ask questions or you need a hand figuring stuff out, I guarantee you there's going to be a number of people on squad, be it in the game chat, which you can use using J to chat to all, K to chat to team, or L to chat to squad. There will be lots of people in that respect looking to talk to you, or if you're using your microphone, which you probably should be, we'll talk about those keys as well. But asking questions is important, and just communicating with your team is absolutely vital in squad. So, there's 2 things I want to talk about. There are... The first sort of section is just general communication. The second section is coordination. So let's have a look at communication. Now, like I say, there are 2 main ways to communicate in squad. There is the chat, which is the text, obviously J, K, and L representing all people, squad, or just team. And then there, of course, is voice chat. Voice chat is what everybody really should be using for this game. It's the kind of game that really requires it. So, the first chat is V, and this is proximity. So you can see the blue microphone has appeared in the bottom left corner of my screen. The blue microphone will allow anybody sort of within, I'd say 30 to 40 meters tops to hear me. So anybody who's around me or in my location up to, I'd say 40 meters will be able to hear what I'm saying. And this is a very important key. Now, instances where this key is most important is pretty simplistic. This key is important when you're engaging people who aren't with your squad. So if I'm with some teammates who aren't in my squad, they aren't green, they have a blue symbol over their head, if I press my squad key, which is B, they won't hear me. If I press my V key, I can relay information to them, provided they're in my proximity. So, say for example, I'll give you guys a scenario. I'm with my squad mates, we're over in this little sandbag place here. We got some teammates, they're behind those walls over there. And I go to my squad, hey guys, you know, look out in the distance over at 210, 220 degrees southwest. We've got some enemies in that building. Now, if I do that here, all of a sudden I notice, oh crap, there's some guys over there who might need to know that. So I run along and get to these sandbags and say, yo guys, I press the V key, there's some guys out towards our southwest, look to your 220. And all of a sudden, we've got a coordinated and communicative attack on this building. Now, the V key is also useful for proximity chat when you're just messing about too. Like, you know, squad is a serious game to an extent, but it's a good laugh, it's good fun, it's got a good community behind it, you know, and there's been instances where we'll be walking around using the proximity key to talk a lot of shit, have a laugh, have a giggle here and there. And it's good fun in that respect, you know. You want to keep the sort of main squad key, the squad line clear, because that's for important information and communicating as a team and as a squad. So the V key is more of a, you know, let's have a laugh, let's have a giggle. You know, of course some of your squad mates might be able to hear it if they're in your proximity, but you're not directly getting in touch with sort of the main coordination squad chat, and that's definitely good. You want to keep the comm lines clear for all non-important information. So, moving along, we've got the squad key, which is obviously B, and the squad key is very effective at relaying information that is relevant to the entire squad. Now, this is something that's quite important between the V and the B key, so the squad and the proximity key. So let's say, for example, I have a squad which is separated. I've got a group of guys who are working roughly right next to me, and I've got another group of guys that are somewhere off in the distance, and I make a call out roughly about the building. If I jump in my squad chat and I go, oh, enemies at 210, you know, of course my teammates around me are gonna go, oh shit, you know, let's open up fire on them. That was a really lucky headshot, by the way. But all the teammates who are down in J9 or J10 or wherever the hell they are, they're going to go, oh, let me look to my 210, and they're going to be, you know, shitting themselves, and it's like, oh, wait, that guy's not with us, he's north. So using the proximity key is a much more intelligent thing to do in that situation, because that way my local squad mates know what's going on, but my squad mates out in the distance who don't need to be in any way aware of any engagements that are going on here are perfectly fine. They don't have anything to worry about. There isn't misinformation traveling to them. But if it's something that's relevant to everybody, the squad key is much more useful. So to give you a good example of this, let's take a very quick rough look over there, which is in E4. That little one that we're looking at in the distance there is E4, keep at 6. Now if I've got a squad who are, or part of my squad even, who are in D5, so in between me and the enemies, I could say, oh guys, you know, my southwest is their northeast. So guys, look towards your northeast. On the map, you know, E4, keep at 6. E4, keep at 6, there's some enemies. So all of a sudden, the guys who are towards my southwest, the squad that are somewhere behind those hills, they look towards their northeast and they go, oh, holy shit, that building's filled with enemies. Problem solved. So, you know, it's all about that. And the final thing to use the squad key for is conveying information, or you know, giving information to your squad lead, who is an important center point for the team. So say for example, I'll give you a final scenario. We'll call this scenario X. I'm in this place here. Now rather than having a friendly squad, so my own squad who is green up on that hill, I've got squad 3 who are not in my squad chat. I'm too far away from them to hit the proximity key, so I say, hey, I hit the B key, I hit the squad chat key, and I say, hey, squad lead, could you radio into squad 3, tell them that E5, keep at 6, towards their northeast is a building filled with enemies, I need their help. So then the squad lead can then relay that information to the other squad leaders and say, hey guys, one of my squad mates has just said, boom, there's some enemies here, let's go hit it. Now, that leads me quite nicely onto the final key, which is only available to squad leaders, and that is the G key. The G key does a red little symbol on the bottom left here, and that is to communicate with all the squad leaders. This is only available to the squad leaders only. They're the only people who can hear this chat, and they're the only people that can relay information to this chat. So, say for example, the start of the game, what tends to happen is squad leaders sort of spawn in and they go, alright, everybody, you know, they'll hit the squad key, they'll say, everybody keep quiet, I need to quickly talk to the squad leaders, figure out what the fuck we're doing. So they all hit the G key, we all remain quiet to make sure that they can hear each other without any, you know, overlapping sentences, and then all of a sudden, a couple seconds later, squad leader comes back in after communicating with squad leaders 1 to 6 or whatever and goes, alright, guys, here's the situation, squads 1 to 3, we're going to go to the defensive flag, squads 4 to 7 are going to go to the attacking flag. That's how this is going to work. You know, we're going to split up, half attack, half defense, something along the lines of that. Of course, that can change entirely. Sometimes you won't be going towards a specific flag, sometimes you'll be running away in the distance, but that communication and coordination is a top-down thing. The communication and coordination has to be strong between squad leaders, between squad mates, and between proximity, because if all 3 tiers of those are working effectively, then you have an effectively communicating team, which is really important in squad. Now, a few things I want to mention as well is some general mistakes that new players can make sometimes, and even I still make occasionally in relation to the game. So, say for example, I'm standing sort of here, and I've got a teammate maybe 30-40 meters, maybe a little bit further in that direction there. But I still kind of presume that he's in my general proximity, and I say to him, I get on the squad chat and I go, oh guys, enemies southwest. Now, if I say that to somebody who's over in the distance there, and they look towards their southwest is going to be significantly different to my southwest if they're distantly far away from me. If they're within sort of 30 to 40 meters, it's not too bad. Southwest is roughly going to be the same location for everybody, but if it's southwest for somebody up on that hill over there, that's not the case. Their southwest is going to be further southwest. Their southwest is actually my northeast. So if I'm here and I'm looking southwest, somebody who is in Echo, should we say, actually not even Echo, Delta 5, so Delta 5 sort of keypad 6. My southwest is their northeast because we're trying to pinpoint this building in between here. It's relativity on the compass. The compass wheel which you have available towards your bottom here is really important. It's how it's how you do things in Squad. It's how you call out locations. But at the same time, relativity of that compass is incredibly important. If I say to somebody, "Hey guys, straight north," and they're over there, and they look straight north, they're looking over there, not over there. I should be telling them to look northwest whilst I'm looking north. So in that situation where it's too difficult to calculate what their compass is going to say and what mine is going to say, it's easier to say, guys, enemies, Foxtrot 2, keypad 6 or keypad 5. That way everybody has a universal approximation of their location as opposed to potential misinformation, and that is really important. So that's about it for communication and coordination. And I have to say, guys, communicating and coordinating is the cornerstone to Squad. It's the most important thing you will do. Make sure you have a microphone. Don't be shy and get involved in the community. It's a good bunch of guys, and there's people there to help you if you're confused or need a little bit of help, or perhaps you fucked up. You've killed someone with a grenade. You want to apologize. It's stuff like that that makes this game what it is. So make sure you guys communicate and use these tips. As always, it's been me, the Tactical Brit, and there are more guides in the description below. Thank you for watching.